Hey everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. This is what they call a wolf wave. Wolf. I need this. Whoops. I need this spelled. These are very technical, but we're gonna go over this later on because I want you to learn the triangles and pitchforks first. Not pitchforks. Triangles and wedges first. But if you notice here, here, here. Oops. I can draw a straight line here. Now, if you notice inside of the triangle, watch, and then you wait for the outbreak. Notice that pattern? It goes back down to your Gartley pattern, butterfly pattern. There's a pattern in it. It's forming. But the neatest thing about these wolves is if they do exactly, and I do not agree with this one, because see here, there's a candle wick here that's come outside of the triangle. Candle wick. Candle wick. To me, for these to be perfect, it's got a touch. So to me, this should have been here and way up here. Therefore, this candle, this one would have been avoided. I wouldn't have used it. But some of them teaches you, as long as the wick's outside of it and the body's inside of the triangle, you're good. I don't agree with that. It's just for the fact I want everything to be perfect when these forms, and I'll say why. If this forms, this is called the wolf. If this form, I think I mentioned a little bit about it. If this forms and this inside of it is here, see the pattern forming? If you follow these all the way out to the thing, it's ETA. Estimated time of arrival. Go straight down to here. That means this will come out of this area and start falling down. Now you put your take profit here. If you don't know exactly where this is at, you can put it in here as a sell stop and run it down. And to here, this is your time to take profit and get out. And then it would go back up. Some people get in it here and they figure out a way to do it. As soon as it hits this candle and it falls down, then they take profit in the whole thing. But I still don't like this with the wicks hanging out. I would have done it on this one. And so if you take this forms, the triangle form, you get your estimated time of arrival. You follow that down to here. That tells you the time. You take your number 1 at the triangle start, follow it down here, and you take your number 5 down to here. There's your take profit and run. So it gives you the time, how long it's going to take, hours and everything. I've done this once or twice. It does work very well. And it will come down to that point. And now sometimes it does continue to go on down to a point. It may come on down to here, but this is where the estimated time arrival, I will get out and be done with it. And but we'll go more about these later. These are considered as wolf. It's the wolf, I think wolf wave, I think that's what we call it. So, but we'll go over it later on because right now we're still trying to run the triangles and pitchfork. All right, triangles, and then I'll show you pitchfork. But if you had a pitchfork, you could done it. Oops, I keep forgetting them on my chart. Pitchfork. Well, Been right here, probably. Anyway, I'll draw a pitchfork later. But we'll go with pitchforks later. So let's get back to the charts. I did find some let's go to see, there's a wedge. I think that was actually over a minute, so it's or an hour. So if you go to the hour chart in this form, see how big it is. Big, so they can be any size. My thing is I don't really get a lot of downward ones. I can't seem to recognize them. And I don't usually trade wedges. I have before and done quite well at it. I have done the wolf and done quite well at it. There's another one. This is where I was talking about earlier. It comes up. It starts solidating, meaning these all starts coming in. And what they do, they'll start coming in. They'll start coming in, and you notice they'll start getting smaller, and that's where you kind of draw a triangle or a wedge. Wedge can be, but you start noticing it'll come up, and it's not like on an upward or downward. It doesn't matter. It's on an upward downward trend. Then I'm saying it just stops and it just starts going this way. Shoot up. A wedge can be, triangle, triangles, if you ever went to school. So they'll start solidating in that one area. You'll see a trend, candles coming up, and then all of a sudden it'll stop and go up this way, and then it'll come down, up, down, up, down. They'll start solidating in that one area. But then they'll do an outbreak and continue. They may do a fake one and come way down here, then continue up. But these are very, very accurate. I can say it today, accurate. And a triangle just means it gets smaller in there. Whew, allergy season. Then it'll break out. But like I said, it could do a fake. But most time on a triangle, right before it gets to the point, it'll do a breakout. Or a breakout, whichever way it's going to go. Because they can come down. It can be upward trend, downward trend, doesn't matter. You could be a downward trend and then continue. But it's always solidating right in this area. So these other things you can look about on the chart. Like I said, these has about a 90 to 95% that's going to do what they're going to do. So once they form, they're going to they'll actually do what they're going to do. So when you find them on the charts, unfortunately, I have the wrong thing. You can find them, and you just got to start playing around with it and see if you can find them. I haven't played with this in a while. I think right here is one. Whoops. Look at my screen. And so it came down and did it cross and then break down. And that's lucky because that's the first down one I've seen in a long time. Like I said, if you start getting, I've seen people come on here and I'll sit here and do this, and they'll say, "Oh, right here's one. Oh, right here's one." I was like, "How did you see that?" And so they just got better eyes, and then started playing with it a long time, and you'll start getting good at it. Let's see, it's come up, and then it's broke out. If you want to go, actually, if you want to go there, it's fine, or you can go there. It's broke out. There's a little bitty one, looks like right there. Let's see. We can draw it in. Man, that looks like it's all just going the same. Yeah, that was not one. So there was not one. Kind of looks like one though. There's one. So this is what I mean. So today's your homework, and of course everybody hates homework, but your homework is to get on a chart and start finding these. And they form on every chart. So this is the day one. We can go to a 15-minute chart. It'll be on here. They'll be on an hourly chart. And they could be, let's see if I can zoom out. They could be huge, they could be small, they could be a whole day. I mean, it could be a lot of it consolidating together. You just have to start looking for them. Sorry, I'm sitting here looking for them. You just have to look for them and learn to keep your eyes open for them and find the pattern. Sometimes you just go around and draw the lines on it. You know, just draw lines on it to see if it does actually do. Whoop, I think there was one. No, that's more of a upward trend. But anyways, I'll spend hours trying to find these. I don't have hours to do it here. But anyways, that's your assignment, to get on here and find your motivation here. And probably next week we're going to talk about wolf waves. This week I'm going to get on. I'm going to get off here and make this video, but I'm going to come back later and make another one and show y'all kind of how you can do triangles trading and when you find them. This is Mexico. Let me get back to the end here. Oh Lord. And you start watching them form is the best time to do it. it looks like no. So it looks like one right there, but it's solidating. It's coming into a group. But I think this is one of the candle patterns I always talk about. Let me see if I can get in here. I can't see. No, it's not. If this candle here actually started, wish we had a pen right here. It started right up in here and come a full body down. That's a really good sign on a candle wick. See, this one started at the same time, went up, kind of indecisive. This one completely engulfed this one. That's a good trend. It's coming down. These two the same size. I see these two are the same, pretty much, just upset the wicks. But this one come in, so I would have got into this probably right in here as soon as I would have got in that trade and rode this all the way down. And probably be still riding it right now because it looks like it's going still down. So this is back to the candlestick. This is basically how I trade. I mean, I do find wicks and stuff, not wicks, triangles and wedges, but mine is mostly I try to find candles. And the good thing is you can find wedges and triangles and use that along with the wicks. The wolves, I'll tell you another secret about the wolf wave later on in a that's how you can use the wolf wave in the wolf wave to your advantage and come back into it. Let's see, that should be that was 30 minutes. Yeah, so this pattern, here, which is on I believe the 30-minute chart. Let's see. It's going to keep them all. I believe this one it formed on 30 minutes, but this is irrelevant. This pattern did not work, so therefore it is deleted. Oops. Just for the fact it continued going straight across then up. So therefore I do not have a pitchfork for say. The daily one, no, it's the weekly, is still going. But I think it doesn't have too much room to play no more. And if it goes any higher, it's going to not form, or basically form a different pattern. But this cannot seed this and up. I think it can actually come up to probably right in there, and basically the pattern will be still tradable. But if it goes any too much higher, then it won't be. But this is a pitchfork. Pitchforks is good when you have a entry time of low and a high. So on this one, you take a pitchfork, gives you your trade. So if it should come up, bounce, and then continue down in here. Well, we'll talk about pitchforks later, because it's kind of what a downward trend looks like. Let's go to Europe. I think it's what's wrong. Let me go back to my other charts. So like here, if you drew, it's on an upward trend. Kind of want them touching something. It's touching there. Touch, 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 touch the handle, touch. Comes down here, touch here, touch here, touch here. Okay. That's running around that middle line. So that's your pitchfork. We'll talk about pitchforks later. Right now, I want your homework to be to go study triangles and wedges. They're the same. Some people keep saying they're not, but they're pretty much the same accurate, same everything. And then tomorrow we'll come back, if I don't come back on here today and look at it, some more trades, but I'll find one with a wedge on it. We'll get in it and I'll film it the whole time it's trading, and we'll go from there and see what it does. And that's your homework. Go learn wedges and wedges and triangles. Look on your chart, see if you can point them out, find them out. And I've tried to keep these minutes down no more than 20 minutes, so we're over 20 minutes, and we'll talk about pitchforks and wolves later. Wolf waves. Wolf waves is pretty cool. They're pretty cool. But coolness don't pay the bills. So, but anyways, I'm going to have to jump off here and get this call. That's them calling me. Have a good one. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe to my channel. And have a good one.